Have you ever wanted a roguelike that hits you just right? How about a game that teaches you mythology better than any dumb teacher in high school ever could? How about a game that pushes you through your deepest wants and desires you never even knew you had? Hi, my name is Chicker, a lover of chickens and a king of them myself, and today I'll be talking to you about the legendary godly game that is Hades, the godlike roguelike from Supergiant Games. There's gonna be spoilers, obviously. Durr. The story is based on the famous Greek mythology story of Hades and Persephone. Many adaptations of the story have been done, but I must say, this one is my favorite. You play as the son of Hades, Zagreus, the badass teenage boy with daddy issues who just wants a breath of fresh air. Along his journey, you meet various gods and characters from Greek mythology, which all love, appreciate, and provide Zagreus with motivation. These include the legendary warrior Achilles, Poseidon, Death themselves, and their mother, apparently, Night themselves. You know that thing that happens when the moon's out? Yeah, that's them. They're in this game. Probably one of the coolest things I noticed early on about this game is how they weave the story and gameplay elements together. The weapons you use, the characters you interact with, and most importantly, how you die and start another run altogether. The River of the Underworld, or Styx, carries you back to where you started to pick yourself up and go again and again. It is groundbreaking, and I want to see more games in the future weave more story elements into their gameplay loops. And unlike a lot of other roguelikes out there, the story actually grows bigger after you beat the game, offering more questions than answers needing to be resolved, giving the player more incentive to keep playing. Every roguelike has a gameplay cycle. It's what makes them unique to other games. You go on a small adventure just to end up back where you were, but with more knowledge. The gameplay cycle in this game is done by an escape attempt of Zagreus escaping the underworld. You die, the River of Styx takes you back to the House of Hades, and the gameplay loop begins anew. During your run, you can collect darkness to help give Zagreus upgrades by the power of his bedroom mirror. I don't know, it's some god shit that's happening right now. As a roguelike, you are sort of required to collect power-ups to help you beat the game. It's not entirely required, and you even get some special dialogue if you do beat it without any of them, but it makes the game a whole lot easier if you do. And in this game, those power-ups are called Boons. You collect boons from Greek gods to help you escape from the underworld. Each god has their own unique power to give Zagreus to help aid him. Zeus shocks enemies, Athena deflects bullets, and Aphrodite is smoking. You get the idea. Sometimes you can get duo boons, which are boons with unique effects that really add spice to your attempt. This introduces strategy by picking and choosing which boons you want from each god, and which advantages you want in combat. Speaking of combat, you have many ways you can hack, slash, and cough your way through the underworld with Zagreus. The main things you'll be using to damage your enemies will be your attack, special, and cast. Each of these can be affected by a boon you pick, with the other two things that can be affected being your dash and a call. While your dash is also affected by a god's boon, it is your main way to avoid damage and move across the map. Your call is more unique, as it charges up during combat, and each god has their own unique call to provide different advantages. Usually though, what they give you is damage. If in combat the sword isn't really your style, that's totally fine. There are 5 other weapons you can try for a total of 6 different weapons, offering 6 different playstyles, each one with their own unique attack and special. You've got a sword, a spear, a shield, a bow, some gauntlets, and a fucking gun. I guarantee there's a weapon in here that you will enjoy playing. My personal favorite weapons are the spear, the sword, and the gauntlets. But also, you later get resources to further upgrade these weapons into variations of themselves called aspects, offering even more strategies in combat and giving you different boosts depending on which aspect you have. My personal favorite aspects are the Nemesis and Hades. All of the weapons feel fluid, and there really isn't a single one that feels bad to play. Even the gun, which I was skeptical at first, but it turned out to be some of the most nutworthy combat I've seen in a hack and slash ever. All of the weapons are good except for the bow. I don't like the bow. I know some people do, but I don't. I hate the bow, it's too slow for me. When I'm beating the pulp out of my orange juice, I like to see my fruit up close and personal while I'm squeezing the life out of them. That's totally not a metaphor. Don't take this any way else. Another unique thing in this game, especially when it comes to roguelikes, is that this game basically has a social system. Hello Persona, yes, I'll get to you eventually, just wait your turn, I have many games I want to cover. Along your escape attempts you can obtain Nectar, which by giving them to various characters within the House of Hades, or what I can assume is a god portal to Olympus, you gain the best reward. Character development! Yeah! Woo! You also get a keepsake the first time you give a character a nectar, which are basically like little trinkets that provide different useful effects during your run. I really like Hermes' keepsake. Hermes boons are quite unique already, and I love them. But this tiny feather just means the world to me. Thank you. Mwah. You have all my love, Hermes. It makes the run go by a little faster, and it takes some stress off while you're playing it. It's just so nice. After you beat the game, you unlock the Pact of Punishment, a customizable difficulty slider with a variety of effects which allows the player to determine what gets harder and how much, from increasing the damage enemies deal, to even new boss patterns to further spice up your attempts, if this game could not get spicy enough. Which reminds me, bounties. Bounties are special items that you receive from beating bosses the first time, meaning you only get them once. However, by using the Pact of Punishment and increasing the difficulty, you can get more bounties, incentivizing the player to go on more struggling runs. Suck it! The bounties allow you to upgrade your weapons, the house, and even other things that I don't even know. And I've beaten this game multiple times. I still don't know what Ambrosia does, but I'm stupid to trade it in for anything else in case it's something important. I know that this game came out 3 years ago, but I've been a supporter of the game since its early days in early access. So I'm probably a bit late to the party by making this video, but that doesn't change the fact that this game deserves credit where it is due. And since the sequel has been announced to be in development, I figured now would be a good time to talk about it. I've played many roguelikes. They're one of my favorite genres for games, and none have really hit me the same way Hades does, and none of them have really had the same lasting effect on me. Except for one, but I'll get to that one in a different month. This is an amazing, beautifully designed game that, in my opinion, has changed the way many of us look at roguelikes forever. And for that and all reasons, Hades is a timeless masterpiece, a godly game that is too good to be true. But it is true. Thank you so much for watching the video until the very end. I really appreciate it. If you want to join a community of wholesome and loving individuals ready to welcome you in open arms, I encourage you to join my Discord. I also stream pretty much every single day on Twitch. My Twitch is also in the description, so feel free to check it out. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and this is Chicker. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!